Tomb Raider has been a series of games about the adventurous Lara Croft, a woman whose goal has been to destroy every lost piece of ancient civilization, as well as make a fortune doing so. What may sound a bit weird is that I've never played a Tomb Raider game. I'm not talking about finishing one, I mean I have not touched a Tomb Raider game before this one. I think the reason I've never played them is because I've never heard someone say, "Oh my god, this game is amazing." So I ignored the series. But now it's getting a reboot called Tomb Raider, which is pretty fucking confusing, but the idea intrigued me. An origin story of how an innocent girl went from being an apprenticed archaeologist to shooting T-Rexes in the face. This was pretty much what I knew about the game when I picked it up. You play as Lara Croft on her first expedition to find an old Japanese treasure when a storm destroys their boat and Lara and her crew get stranded on an island. While their crew isn't all emotionless bags of hay, they could have had a bit more depth. But Lara though, Lara is one of the best characters in recent gaming history. She's so well made, and the thing that the game pulls off better than most is character development. It isn't perfect, but it's still pretty fucking good. She's beaten, bruised, but always in control, and goes from this innocent girl to a stone cold killer. The island reminds me of the one in the King Kong movie licensed game. Did anyone play that? Because I liked it. The island is very gritty with some beautiful set pieces, but where the island shines, it's in creating a genuine history. When you walk around the fallen ruins from the past, it feels surprisingly real. The island is very hostile though. It's kinda like walking around a museum and then one of the sculptures turns around and kicks you in the balls. The game is very intense and some of the scenes really stuck with me. Like when you're climbing a radio tower and you get this real sense of vertigo. Well, I've covered the setting and the story, but now the gameplay. Well, I've noticed a common theme of 2013, and that seems to be bows and ziplines. I mean Crysis, Tomb Raider and Bioshock Infinite. I don't know what they actually do during industry meetings, but I'm pretty sure it's awesome. Anyway, the gameplay. The shooting is great, I love the stealthy bow and the loud shotgun. The guns sound and feel really good, but the enemy AI can be a bit retarded from time to time. Surprisingly enough, I ended up enjoying the platforming even more than the shooting. It's really tight, and one of the best things, you never die because the camera felt the bird was more interesting than that cliff over there. So, great gameplay, good story and fantastic setting. Well, something's got to be wrong with it. Well, I have some nitpicks. The quick time events can get really annoying on PC because they don't tell you what buttons to press. It only says things like kick and grab. I don't have a kick and a grab key on my keyboard. What type of keyboards are you guys using? The game can be a bit too actiony sometimes with explosions and buildings collapsing. It doesn't really fit. Also, the game was a bit weaker in its second half. Not a lot worse, it just didn't have the same impact as the first 4 to 5 hours. I forgot to talk about the tombs in a Tomb Raider game. Whoops, well, it's because they are completely optional and I don't like solving puzzles, but if you wanna do them, they are there. Go ahead. There are also collectibles throughout the island, but I played this game for the story, so I ignored those as well. I'm a bit worried that the series will get a bit too actiony in the future, but nevertheless, I can't recommend this game enough. I really loved it.